The Buddha. 179. By what track you can trace that trackless Buddha of limitless range, whose victory nothing can undo, whom none of the vanquished defilements can ever pursue. 180. By what tracks can you trace that trackless Buddha of limitless range, in whom exist no longer the entanglings and embowling craving that precipitate becoming. 181. Those wise ones who are devoted to meditations and who delight to comes of renunciation, such mindful ones, Supreme Buddha, even the gods hold dear. 182. Hard it is to be born a man. Hard is the life of morals. Hard is to gain the opportunity of hearing the sublime truth. And hard to encounter is the arisings of the Buddhas. 183. To avoid all evils, to cultivate good, and to cleanse one's mind. This is the teaching of the Buddha. 184. Enjoying passion is the highest authority. Nirvana is the supreme, say the Buddhas. He is not a true monk who harms another, nor a true renunciate who oppresses others. 185. Not despising, not harming, restraints according to the code of monastic disciplines, moderations in foods, dwellings in solitude, devotions to meditation. This is the teaching of the Buddhas. 186 and 187. There is no satisfying sensual desires, even with the range of gold coins, for sensual pleasures give little satisfactions and much pain. Having understood this, the wise man finds no delight even in heavenly pleasures. The disciples of the Supreme Buddha delight in the restrictions of craving. 188. Driven only by fear, do men go for refuge to many places, to hills, woods, crops, trees, and shrines. 189. Such indeed is no safe refuge. Such is not to refuse Supreme, not by restraints to such a refuge is one released from all suffering. 190 and 191. He who has gone for refuge to the Buddhas, the teachings and his orders, penetrated with the transcendental wisdoms, the Four Noble Truths, suffering, the cause of suffering, the cessation of suffering, and the Noble Eightfold Path leading to the cessation of suffering. 192. This indeed is the safe refuge. This is the refuge supreme. Having gone to such a refuge, one is released from all suffering. 193. Hard to find is the three-board man's, the Buddha. He is not born everywhere. Where such a wise man is born, that clans thrives happily. 194. Blessed is the birth of the Buddhas. Blessed is the renunciation of the sacred teachings. Blessed is the harmony in the orders. And blessed is the spiritual pursuits of the united truth seekers. 195 and 196. He who reveres those worthy of reverence, the Buddhas and their disciples, who have transcended all obstacles and passed beyond the reach of shadow and limitations. He who reveres such peaceful and fearless ones, his merit none can compute by any measures.